Today is February the 18th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and today we finally have a break in the news that China is admitting that there is a possibility that the virus could have leaked from their level 4 biohazard lab. Now, as we have experienced in the very recent past, the story from China as far as the numbers, the dead, acceptance of what could be true stories is changing on a daily basis as Chinese leadership is falling under increased condemnation for their role. As a matter of fact, we have one missing law professor at this time from university in Beijing, and he publicly condemned China's leadership for failing to contain the spread of the virus at an early stage. And in his message, he even stated that it could be the last message of his life. And as we know, he is now missing, and we do not know how much longer these other two scientists who did leak this report, which said that the COVID-19, the coronavirus, could have originated from the lab, but more solid proof was needed. Now, more solid proof is needed. I don't think they would have published this report unless they totally believed it in the first place. But then we do know that quite a few whistleblowers have been dying or disappearing. And there has been additional condemnation by the Chinese people that they're saying that Chinese leadership is using this as a form of suppression and censorship. So what we currently know is there was a Chinese report published by Chinese scientists, and this report was circulated in the Mingpao, which is a Chinese newspaper published in Hong Kong. It was published in the British Daily, and in it, two scientists from South China Lab of Technology stated that the lab is only 280 meters away from the location of the Wuhan wet market. And at the lab and the Institute of Virology as well, that disease-ridden bats, over 600 of them, were contained, as well as other diseased animals, to be studied for use in creating bioweapons. And I think this just confirms what so many of us have suspected and speculated upon. And it feels so good to have theories validated, even if it's in the form of saying that more solid proof is needed. But I do believe that we will see that more information will arise since we have this initial report. And as we've seen in the past couple of weeks, we have had a total revising of facts of what is coming out of China a revising of the number of infected. We're now up to over 70,000 people, a revising in the number of deaths. We're now over 17, approaching 1,800 deaths. And we cannot help but believe that someone in the upper echelons of the Chinese government is trying to protect themselves from a power play, perhaps, but that the Chinese people have just really had enough of this falderah that they are being handed out by their government. The people are hungry. They physically hungry. Some are starving. Animals are dying without food. People are contained. They're confined. And these are measures that we see when we have a virus, something that has been man-made, manufactured, and the government knows about it, and it has escaped from the lab, whether it was on purpose or probably accidental, being carried out from the lab and exposing the population to these measures that are to contain the virus, because we all know that China is all about saving face. And we can only speculate how this will look in history. Again, there are many people that this was a theory that was proposed, and everyone put them down as fearmongers and conspiracy theorists. And now we have support for this theory coming out of China right now in real time. And we will see how this plays out in the near future and eventually in the history books. Again, I am Julie Hankinson. Thank you so much for listening. Please do like and subscribe, and I hope to talk with you tomorrow and in the following days and confirm that we will be hearing additional solid proof to back these theories and to support what is logical and to provide evidence. Y'all take care, and I just wish you all the best, and this shall be fascinating to see how it unfolds. Take care.